Hello everyone, I hope you're doing very well. Welcome to another episode of the Stupidity Equalizer. My name is Emmanuel Diai. For several years now, there is a saying that has gained immense popularity, which is that life is about the journey, not the destination. We hear it all the time, right? When people say this, they mean that what matters is the process, not the outcome. And there are a bunch of reasons why this idea is particularly attractive and has gained a lot of ground. Firstly, being overly focused on the results without any respect for the process can lead you to look for shortcuts or crooked means to achieve your aims. Take, for example, someone who cheats to pass their examinations. Such an individual is solely focused on the goal of passing their examinations. So he or she does not even care about what method they use to pass, provided they pass. Thus, at the end of the day, if such an individual passes his or her exams, they would have no knowledge retained in their brains. In contrast, someone who actually studied to pass their exams not only passes their exams, but they also have the knowledge retained in their minds for future usage. Right? Another reason why this saying has gained a lot of popularity is that outcomes are not guaranteed. You see, it is possible for a person to put in all the work, make all the effort, follow all the rules, and still not achieve the desired success. Take, for example, a farmer, who plants the seed, waters the crops, clears weeds, defends against pests, only to have their potential harvest devastated by a flood or a wildfire. Right? Another example is a person who actually reads for their exam only to fall sick on the day of the exam. Are you getting the point? You see, in short, following the process does not always guarantee the result. And so it can be comforting to hear that you are still a success even if you fail at a particular endeavor, provided you did your sincere best. However, you may have observed that people don't really believe that statement. That when people say, oh, life is about the journey, not the destination, deep down, people don't really believe that. They just utter it as a comforting remark. Deep down, we know that results matter. They have always mattered and they will always continue to matter. We don't need to deny it, we just need to accept this truth and strike a balance. This leads us to the core message of today's video, which is that life is both the journey and the destination. You see, what fun is there in playing a game in which there is no end? Right? What fun is there in working if there is no retirement? What good is there? Right? What is the benefit of embarking on a journey in which there is no destination? What is the encouragement in studying hard for an exam and then still failing the exam? What is the point of exercising if at the end of the day you are not getting fit or you are not getting stronger? So we can see that results matter. We do not need to coddle or lie to ourselves, right? Results matter. However, results alone is not all that matters. Just as the journey alone is not all that matters, they both matter. Take, for example, the strenuous process of having an idea for a song, writing the lyrics, composing the melody, creating the beat, recording it in the studio, and then eventually releasing the song. All of that process makes you a music artist. You are not a music artist if you only follow the process of making songs but never actually releasing any song, right? More so, you can't create a fulfilling, successful music career if all you do is steal other people's songs. of a truth, both the final released song and the process you went through to create it is what makes you an artist. Honestly, I think that some people use statements such as this to feel good for being lazy. So, for such people, when they make little to no effort on a particular venture, they comfort themselves by saying life is about the journey, not the destination. They say that results don't matter, it is the process that matters. For such people, they need to get rid of that idea and understand that yes, the journey matters, but results also matters. Okay? Now, for those who are sincerely giving life their best and are still yet to see results, I want to say to such people, keep going, keep pushing, keep giving life your best. Even if your efforts do not lead to success, the game has not ended. You can learn from your past failures and pivot to something else. You failed in the past does not mean you cannot succeed in the future, right? What makes any success story worth telling is the struggle it took to get to that point. So, failure is usually a part of the journey to success. If you're giving life your best, you are doing great because you have at least satisfied one half of the equation. My wish and prayer for you is that God or life or the universe aligns in your favor and helps you complete the other half of the equation so that your efforts lead to success. Thank you very much for watching this episode of the Stupidity Equalizer. Once again, my name is Emmanuel Di, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.